Possessive adjectives in French with FrenchSpanishOnline.com. You are going to see the whole script of the lesson at this address. So let's start with an explanation in English. Possessive adjectives, they are adjectives because we add adjectives, we add them to nouns. And in English, of course, you know them. They are my, your, her, his, its, our, your, their. So for my book, book is the noun and my is the adjective. Okay? So let's see one difficulty in English. Of course you know it, but it's interesting because we are going to see the difference between English and French with possessive here. When you say his book, in English you use his because books is related to the person whose book belongs to, a male. So because it's a male, you say his book. And of course, because it's a female, you say her book. Okay? But in French, it's not like that. The agreement is not with the person, but with the noun added to the adjective, the following noun, and not with the person. Okay? If the following noun is masculine, the adjective will be masculine too. Let's take this example. My book. Book in French is a masculine word, so we will say mon livre. Even if you are a girl, you will say mon livre. My table, table is feminine in French, you will say ma table, even if you are a boy. And finally, for plural, my books, mes livres. Let's see now the whole list of adjectives in French. To translate my, as we have just seen, there are three adjectives. My becomes mon, ma, or mes for the plural. Your, ton, ta, tes. To translate his, her, its, son, sa, ses. Our, notre, nos. You can hear the difference between the two O. Here we say notre and here nos. The same thing for your, votre, vos. And finally their, leur, leur. No difference. So you certainly saw in your book that this first column, Montenson, is for masculine noun only. That's not the case. This one is for masculine and for feminine. We are going to see how to use them. The second one, the second column, ma, ta, sa, notre, votre, leur, is only for feminine words. And the last one, both masculine or feminine, we don't mind. It's mes, tes, ses, nos, vos, leur. So let's see now how to use it and why we say that mon is both for masculine and feminine nouns. With some examples. First, my car. My car in French is la voiture, the car, la voiture, and it's feminine. So my car becomes ma voiture. Okay, because the agreement is with the noun. This noun is feminine, so we say ma voiture, even if you are a boy. Let's take another example with my bag. Bag, the bag is le sac in French, so masculine. My bag is, I'm sure now that you can guess, my bag is mon sac, because the agreement is with le sac. Let's take now an example to understand why we say that mon is for feminine words too. My school. The school in French is l'école. L'école is a feminine word, but starts with a vowel, and for this reason we are not going to say ma école, but mon école. So here, as you can see, mon is used for feminine word starting with a vowel and for masculine words as well. That's why. And finally, my cars, the plural, is not really difficult, les voitures, because it's the same adjective, mes voitures. So let's see the rule now. The rule is that we use mon, ton, son, etc. for all masculine words and for feminine ones, starting with a vowel or the letter H. When this H is silent or mute, we are going to see this example too. We use ma, ta, sa, etc. for feminine words, starting with a consonant. And finally, the plural me, te, se, masculine or feminine. So let's see now the problem with a word starting with H in French. My clock. My clock, we have several words to say clock in French. For example, this one, une horloge. Horloge is feminine in French, starting with the H. My clock becomes mon horloge. Why? Because the H here is silent. It's like nothing, like a voil. For this case and for this word we will say mon horloge. Let's take another word starting with the H as well. My axe. In French, une hache. Une hache starting with the H as well and feminine too. But in this case we say ma hache to translate my axe. Why? Because this H in French is not silent, is not mute. So you need actually to know when some words starting with the H in French with the silent H or not. You can't guess actually, you need to know the word before. And that's the difference. Some exercises now for you to be sure you understood the rule about adjective, but it's not very difficult. Mary's book. Mary's book. So it's her book. If it's her book in French, it becomes son livre, of course, because livre is masculine. So we say son livre. Peter's car. So it's his car. And in French, his car becomes sa voiture, because voiture is feminine. Okay? Mary's books. Plural. Her books. So no problem for you. Ses livres, because ses is for both masculine and feminine when it's plural. Peter's cars, his cars, it's ses voitures. Okay? So remember that the agreement is not with the person who the object belongs to, but with the following nouns in French. More exercise. Our book. Now it's just a question of memory for you. Our book is notre livre. Our car, notre voiture. Because as you know, notre is for masculine or feminine. Our books, nos livres. And our cars, nos voitures. The same thing now for your book, votre livre, your car, votre voiture, your books, vos livres, and your cars, vos voitures. Their book, to be complete, their book, leur livre, their car, leur voiture, their books, leurs livres, their cars, leur voiture. And now you know everything. Just remember this rule, how to use mon, ton, son, ma, ta, sa, me, te, se in French. And that's all. C'est fini. Au revoir. Thank you for watching these slides with me. Again, the whole script of the lesson is here, and you can have a look at FrenchSpanishOnline.com. It's free.